Hey Clover Mates, Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and I just wanted to make a quick little video just to keep you guys in the loop of what's going on, as I've just had a bit of an idea which I think going forward would help me out quite a bit. Now, firstly, I think it's a good idea to mention that previously in a previous video, maybe a while ago now, but I did actually say that I wouldn't take annual breaks, and I want to kind of change that up a little bit. So what I basically mean is I'm thinking maybe have an exception for January and a little bit of February, I think. Okay, so basically, what I'm ultimately thinking here is basically my SAD. Now, um, I've done a bit of digging, I've done a bit of research, and it turns out January is actually the absolute worst month for a SAD sufferer because that is when it's at its worst. I've actually done some digging, and it turns out January is absolutely the worst month for SAD. Like all the other months, I mean, so basically, like October, not too bad. November, it's starting to get there, and then in December you get a bit of a break, but then January is the absolute worst because the reason for that is because December it's not too bad because you've kind of got Christmas and all the festive stuff to kind of distract you. But once that distraction's gone, you've got the worst of it to deal with. So, yeah. So basically, going forward, I know I should have probably thought about this a lot sooner, as it is very, very late now at this point. But I mean, again, better late than never, I suppose. So, what my plan basically is, so I think during the during December, like leading up to my yearly look back video, I think I did come up with a plan like this. So basically, record my look back within like the third week of December. So that means I've got the week of Christmas off, and then I've got all the days following Christmas, but I kind of want to add to that. So basically, that initial date does, if that's still accurate, that's still part of the plan, but I want to add a bit more to that. So basically, I sign off on the third week of December, so that means I've got all of Christmas off and all of New Year's off, but I want to add to that. So basically, all of Christmas and all of New Year's, but then just because of how bad SAD is, I'm thinking of taking all of January off and a little bit of February off. I'm thinking of maybe starting because I think typically my SAD fully lifts in March, I'm pretty sure. And I think in February it starts to lift, like the days get lighter, it starts to get less intense, it's starting to ease back in. So I think it would be a good idea to add to that and just lean into that. And so basically take all of January off and a little bit of February, coming back at perhaps I think the idea in my head was maybe like the 16th of February, I think that's when the light starts to return and when SAD is may start to lift a little bit, I think, leading up to March. So I think that's the plan. So again, the plan towards the end of the year is still the same. So again, third week of December for my sign off. So that week, that means I've got all of Christmas off, all of New Year's off, all of January off, and then starting to ease back into it to in the middle of February, I think is good. because all throughout the year, to be honest, I don't really get a lot of time to myself between recording and editing. I don't get a lot of spare time for myself because I'm just constantly focused on creating and editing and all that kind of stuff. So I don't really get a lot of me time. So I think taking like a month and a half off, towards the start of the year could be good for my mental health. It could be good for just being me, having a bit of time to myself, not just recuperating from SAD and the festive stuff, because again, that can take a while to get back into the swing of things too, but just generally taking a bit of time to myself to like just refresh, relax, just a bit of time in general, just a month and a half off just to basically just to be a human, just to be a normal human, not a creator, just a little bit, because while I do love the whole YouTube and creation side of things, it can be quite exhausting if you don't take any time off. So I think, I know I said I won't take annual breaks, but I think looking back on it now and just how bad my SAD has been all throughout the January so far, I think it would be a good idea just to take at the start of the year, just to take a month and a half off, so that way I can come back in like the middle of February and March, feeling completely refreshed. So this is something that I wish I had thought of much sooner, because if I had thought of this sooner, I could have just announced this in my first video of the year. So again, that would have stayed the same. So basically all of January I would have off. A good chunk of February I would have off. So that basically means like the first couple of weeks of January, when I do my first video of the year, that would be the only video that I do in January, and have the whole rest of January to myself pretty much. So that's basically the plan. Again, just to reiterate, I know I repeat myself a lot just because I'm trying to like keep everything, because again, another symptom of SAD is brain fog, and plus again autism. I know I repeat myself a lot, but I think it is good just to make sure that it's in here, and to make sure that I have said it, so I remember I've said it. So again, I know I repeat myself a lot, but that's ultimately the reason for it. So again, the plan is basically so at the end of the year, do my last video of the year, my yearly wrap up, within the third week of December. So that means I can take all of the Christmas period off, all of New Year's off, all of January off, and then come back in the middle of February. So that means I can go into March feeling completely refreshed, take like a month and a half off for myself, just so I've got more time to like relax and rest, because again, that's an entire year of just an entire year of just stress. Like, while it is fun, I think it is pretty good for my mental health just to take a month and a half off at the start of the year, just so I can come back feeling completely refreshed with the Let's Plays, with Portal 2, Undertale, Hogwarts Legacy, Insane Aquarium, a few other things I've got planned. Again, I know I should have probably thought of this much sooner and announced this much sooner, but I've literally only just thought of this plan literally just today. So I thought, now it's in my head and now I want to go through with it. I thought it's, I know it's late, but better late than never. So again, I just wanted to make this quick video just to tell you guys what's going on, what I'm thinking, what my plan is, why I'm taking so long to come back. I just want to let you know that this is the plan going forward, like annually now. So again, at the start of the year, just take January and a little bit of February off, just so that I can come back feeling refreshed and be able to create, you know, get the last of the SAD out of my system, because again, January really is the worst. Like, out of all the months in within winter, January is the absolute worst of it. It's basically when SAD hits the worst, and I'm feeling it really, really bad. Basically, this is the first time I've had my computer on, for any significant work. I've not been playing games on my computer for a while. I've just been kind of like relaxing in bed. I mean, again, look at the setup I've got now. This is just showing you how exhausted I am. Like, I'm not even like, I'm recording this in my bedroom on my laptop on my bed where I'm feeling more comfortable. I mean, again, look at the state I'm in. Like, you know, I've not done my hair, not wearing my glasses. I'm wearing my pajamas, for God's sake. So that just tells you how exhausted I've been. So, yeah. So again, just want to keep you guys in the loop of what's basically going on. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see all of you guys. I'll see all of you guys in the middle of February, possibly like the 16th of February, I think. But yeah, just to give myself some time to, you know, relax and hopefully get the last of the SAD out of my system and come back feeling completely refreshed. Also going to continue working on fixes for Insane Aquarium and stuff. If I can find a fix, I'm still looking into that. I don't know. There may be a fix, there may not be a fix. I found a couple things, but it's not giving me super good results so far. But I will continue looking like behind the scenes and stuff like that. But again, that's where I want to leave this video for now, just to keep you guys in the loop what's going on. So yeah, with all that said, I will see you guys in February. Until then, have a good day, guys.